Hello. There is a whole new wave of battery-powered, portable, electric grinders on the market. So we're going to take a look at 4 of them today, and as you can probably tell from what's on the table, we're going to do some testing. God, you look great today. Our contenders for today's video are the Varia Evo Hybrid Hand Grinder, the OutIn Fino, the TIMEMORE Whirly, and the MILLAB E01. Yes, that. We're going to go into everything today. We're going to look at the burrs, we're going to look at the workflow, we're going to look at battery life, we're going to look at price, everything. So let's settle in. By the end of this video, you should have a pretty good idea which one of these is right for you. So a little bit of background to these grinders. Why did they even exist in the first place? Well, hand grinding is annoying. Now, I know there's going to be purists out there that say, you know, hand grinding is the way forward and it's the only thing I'll do because the alignment's better in this or that or whatever. Sure, I get it, right? But batteries are great. We don't use dynamos anymore for light. We have batteries. We don't live in the olden days. Now, I get the argument, right? You remove the motor from each of these and you free up R&D costs so that you can get a better overall grind quality, better alignment, better build quality and all that sort of stuff. And I get it, right? That's fine. But for what these represent, they're not aimed at giving you the highest possible extraction or best possible espresso or the best possible pour over. These are convenient grinders to use. We're going to do a scoring system today for workflow, grind quality, battery life, portability, build quality, and price. And if you're thinking, who the hell am I to tell you to listen to me about these grinders? I've brought these all over the world. I've used them extensively. I know them inside out. I know their flavor profiles. I know where their strengths are, where their weaknesses are. I know them very well. So let's start with workflow. Now, for me, there is a clear winner in this workflow category, and that is the Fino. Because of the external grind adjustment, I think all grind adjustments should be external. And it's also got a nice stainless steel coated catch cup as well. So from a workflow perspective, open the lid, beans go in, adjust your grind, and that's it. It's so simple. I like the Whirly as well with this twisty hopper lid thing, but yeah, the grind adjustment is internal, which I'm not a big fan of. I like that the Varia's grind adjustment is external, but really don't like this lid, and that annoys me. Then we've got the MILLAB, which is, well, it has this nice stand, which you don't need. You can just leave the stand aside, and then the catch cup is magnetic, and the load in is through a conventional lid, and that's the way you use it. Another thing on this, actually, just from the motor being the lid, is that it kind of tightens the lid or battery onto the grinder, so it can be difficult to take off. So, first win goes to the Fino. We'll come back to grind quality in a bit. For now, let's look at battery life. Straight up, the Varia loses. When it was brand new, it barely gave me 5 espresso grinds in one battery. Now it's giving me about 3, and I know there's been an updated Gen 2 version of this, but still it has the smallest battery of any of these, even with the updated version. The Whirly and the Fino both have a 2000 milliamp hour battery, and both will be good for roughly 20 espressos or 40 filter coffees on a single charge. Then the MILLAB is kind of just, it's in a different league, right? It's got a 5000 milliamp hour battery, and for me, I'm getting 40 espresso shots out of this and probably 100 filter coffees. So on battery power alone, MILLAB easily takes the win, followed by the Whirly and the Fino, and leaving the poor old Varia in last place. Next up is portability. So one thing that's very important about portability is weight, right? Because typically you're going to throw them into your backpack or into your bag or into your suitcase, and you're going to want them to be light. So let's weigh them out. Now we're going to start off with the Whirly, which is 746 grams. The Fino, 674 exactly. The Varia is 913. And the Millab is 965. So, the lightest, the second lightest, third, and the heaviest. So, another win goes to the Fino. I don't know why I'm doing this like a game show. It's not a game show, it's a YouTube video, for God's sake. Oh wait, we're not done with the portability thing, because yes, weight is one part of it, so the Fino wins on the weight category. But another thing about portability for me is obviously their profile, they're all very slim, but a big thing for me is robustness, right? If you're going to throw these into your backpack, into your bag, into your suitcase, into the car, or whatever it might be, you want them to be fairly robust because by nature they're portable, right? So they will be brought around the place with you. So robustness for me is a big thing. And, well, each of these three are made of aluminium, which is good for the most part, right? But it means that you will scratch them. And yes, they come with sleeves and they come with their protective cases or whatever it is, but I have scratches on each of these now. There's a big dent in this one. So, for me, another win goes to the Fino because this is made out of very strong ABS plastic and there are some nice touches of aluminium on the build, but overall this has come all over the world with me and it's not even got a single scratch on it. Now, while we're talking about portability, there is one little outlier here. Let's a caveat star, let's say, and I think an extra star should go to the Varia because it's a hybrid, right? So you can twist off the lid and you can use a hand crank. So if you do run out of battery, it's nice to have this as an option. Or you could just develop a bigger battery, Varia. Right, so another win to the Fino and the overall portability section. Build quality next, and I think this is where it gets interesting because it kind of depends on what you value from build quality. We talked about the robustness and the portability earlier about how this has not got a scratch on it and that's great, but some people value build quality to mean premium materials, and I get that, right? So if we're going to score based on materials alone, I'd say the Varia probably takes the win on this one. It's an all metal construction. There's not a single piece of plastic apart from the on-off switch at the top. Probably closely followed by the, I'm forgetting the names of these things. There's too many names. The Millab, again, full metal body construction, metal catch cup, really nicely designed actually overall. All of these have plastic internals except for the Varia. Probably closely, these two are basically the same, right? If you value the metal body build, then the TIMEMORE Whirly is an aluminium build, but it's got a plastic catch cup and a plastic twisty hopper lid. And then the Fino is pretty much all plastic except for the grind adjustment, and then you've got like bits of it are stainless steel coated, right? So you've got stainless steel coating in here, or maybe it's aluminium, I don't know. Yeah, it depends on what you value. Do you value robustness from a portable grinder, or do you value nice tactile feeling metal bodies? Now, we can't talk about build quality without talking about alignment. Now, I've had these all over the world with me, as I said, and every one of them is still perfect. There's no alignment issues. They still grind very consistently, and I'm really happy with how the internals of these grinders have stood up the test of time. So look, I think I'm going to give the win to the Varia on this, on the basis that from a premium material point of view and build quality, it has to be the Varia, followed probably by the Millab, and then these two are the same. I'd probably the Whirly and then the Fino in last. However, if you are like me and you think build quality to mean quality of the build and that you can throw it in a bag, it'll take a knock and it won't get damaged, then on the flip side you could say that the Fino is the best built. Let's talk about grind quality now, because these are first and foremost coffee grinders. Forget about the bells and whistles and all the features and things that they have, how nice they are. They are primarily coffee grinders. So the big thing is, how good is the grind quality? Now, there's a huge variance in terms of what's considered to be good when we're talking about grind quality. A couple of things to keep in mind is what kind of application are you looking to use these for? Is it espresso? Is it filter? there's a big difference between those. And then what kind of roast profile do you like the most? Is it dark? Is it medium? Is it light? Is it ultralight? And the reason that's important is because for a filter coffee, we want a very consistent particle size distribution and we don't want any fines. For espresso, we want a few fines, right? Not too many, but we want some in there because that's what gives us that thick crema that everyone seems to enjoy. But that is something to think about. What's your preferred method of making coffee? Because maybe one of these is more suited to you than another based on the fact that you only drink filter, or perhaps you only drink espresso, in which case maybe another one of these grinders is more suited to you. You have to think about these things. Let's take a look at the burrs in each of these and let's take them apart. Right, all the burrs are out. In fact, let's get these things out of the way. The MILLAB first has a 6-sided burr and it's an S2C burr, which means spike to cut. The same sort of setup as the TIMEMORE Whirly. Of course, TIMEMORE and MILLAB are kind of joint companies, except that this is a 7-sided burr and it's 42 millimeters. Then with the Fino, we've got a 38mm 7-sided burr, and with the Varia it's a 6-sided burr. Strangely, these two look very, very similar in terms of their geometry. Obviously this is a 7-sided, this is 6-sided, but for the most part the way that they're developed, I'd say, is very, very similar. And that's interesting because this burr is what is also in the Varia VS3. And that was a very, very good grinder when it came out. And it's very similar to this, which I think is a good thing. And these two are kind of very broadly similar by themselves. So you've kind of got these two being quite similar in these two. The MILLAB is kind of focused towards filter, right? Mostly filter, reduces fines, brings out clarity. The Whirly is supposed to be the best of both worlds, with kind of optimized for both espresso and for filter. The Fino is aimed mostly at espresso, right? It's supposed to kind of pair up with the rest of the OutIn lineup, but it will do filter coffee as well. And then the Varia is aimed at both as well, both espresso and filter. Now what I want to do is a little sideline test, and I know this is totally irrelevant because everyone's taste profile is different, but we're going to make 4 espressos and we're going to make 4 filter coffees using each of the 4 grinders. So I've got 16 grams of coffee in each of these containers, and we're going to load them in and we're going to see which one grinds the fastest. Okay, so MILLAB was the fastest, then the Whirly, then the Fino, and then the Varia in last place. And we're going to use a portable espresso machine because we're in the spirit of portable coffee gadgets, so seems fitting. Okay, so we have our shots. I'm expecting this to be the most clear, have the most clarity, and then probably the Fino to have the most body. Let's try. Let's just see. I'm going to start with the MILLAB. I can see this is definitely has the most clarity for sure. Least amount of fines is going to mean it's the thinnest espresso, the least syrupy espresso. This for sure has the most body. As a typical espresso, if you're a traditional espresso, right, and you want that thick, creamy, syrupy shot with lots of crema, the Fino probably wins out in this. This is lacking clarity. This is a lot of clarity. Lots of body, somewhere in the middle. I'm probably going to drink this one. That's a very good shot. Now, because we are very thorough people, us coffee nerds, I have done the same thing for a filter brew on each of the grinders. So, well, let's test them out. Good clarity, good sweetness. Moderate sweetness, I would say. Still good clarity. Not a bad brew, but lacking clarity. Good, but it's got more body, less muddiness. Still balanced, still sweet. It's definitely got the highest clarity. Good separation. It's clean. It's bright. It's very well balanced. The Whirly, good clarity. moderate sweetness, I'd say. The Fino's got a lot more body to it. It's a little bit more muddy, but again, not a bad brew. And then the Varia, it's sweet, it's balanced, but it's probably not as complex as the MILLAB. Lastly then, we're on to price, I think. So the MILLAB is $259. The Varia is $239. The Fino is $199. And the Whirly is $169. So cheapest, second cheapest, then this, and then this is the most expensive. So which one is right for you? Well, I'll tell you my favourite. Overall, it's the OutIn Fino. And I'll tell you why. Because primarily I use this coupled with the OutIn Nano when I go travelling. But I also bring the Weber Bird. And this, coupled with this, makes some really delicious coffee as well. What I particularly like about the Fino is that it's so robust, I don't have to worry too much about just throwing it in the bag. I love the external grind adjustment. Like I said, if I've got the Nano with me and the Weber Bird, then switching between grind sizes is just so simple. It's lightweight, it's the lightest of all of these four, and from my experience, the battery capacity has been enough for 1 week away on one charge. Oh, and one last thing, for a portable grinder, I love that the catch cup turns into a grounds container. I think that's clever. So there you have it. I think that's a pretty comprehensive review of these 4 battery-powered portable electric grinders. If you're a filter first person, maybe this. But again, I'm sitting here in isolation and I'm looking at them side by side. I'm doing taste tests against each other. If you're going to buy one of these, you're not going to be disappointed with any of them for a filter coffee. If you're going for espresso, then I would definitely recommend the Fino, especially again if you're coupling it with the OutIn kit. I think this is a bit slow. It's a little bit lacking on the battery side. These two are probably the most comparable, the most versatile overall. This, while it's good for filter, won't really give you that high body espresso if you're looking for that. And then from a workflow perspective, I think the Fino is probably the standout one here, just because the external grind adjustment, the robustness for it, the twist top lid. I know that TIMEMORE has it as well, but it doesn't have that external grind adjustment. What does it come down to? Price? Aesthetics? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Let's have a chat about these grinders. If you're going to push me and ask me which one I'm going to take, it's the Fino. Just because of the versatility. I use it with the Bird. I use it with the OutIn Nano. Overall, I think it's a great grinder. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't clicked the subscribe button yet, please do that before you go. And I'll see you in the next video.